What's going on, everyone? Glad you could all join me here for what's going to be yet another joyous romp with immense stupidity, especially if you're even somewhat, and I mean just a modicum of of uh, of education in what art and film are supposed to be and have been since the dawn of their creation. Then yeah, you're gonna love this as we always do. So another horror hater stream. If you have never joined us for one of these, in essence, like I said, we're going to be taking a look, as we always do, at people who have their gripes with the horror genre. It's always kind of a myriad of a hodgepodge of whines, bitches, and moans. But this time, I've kind of gathered three specific topic videos, and that is that everything is woke. That's right, folks. Everything is woke. Every new horror movie is woke. What's woke? Well, it kind of varies depending on who you're actually talking to, who's presenting the topic. But yeah, that's what we're going to be looking at. So I've picked three videos, two of which are talking about the new Evil Dead film, Evil Dead Rise. As you can tell by this first guy, apparently the film he watched was Evil Dead Rises, because that's the title. So just already get an idea of what we're getting into before we even hit the play button. Just to give you that. Oh yeah, I see Mudslicker. I love these morons. Yeah, oh yeah, yeah. They're a fucking blasty blast, are they not? Absolutely amazing. So standard YouTube stuff as always. I cover here at the beginning and towards the end. I want to welcome you all in. Thanks for joining us here, the early crew. I don't live stream a lot on this channel. So I do try to do it a little bit more, and these type of streams tend to be the ones that people enjoy the most. So thank you for making it here early. I appreciate it. But yeah, standard YouTube stuff. You guys and gals know the fine YouTube jargon by now. Links down below, description section, all that jazz. You all know. There's no point in wasting any more time. Let's go ahead and jump right in, because this first video is coming to us from a channel called Shane from Kentucky. So, as someone who is also below the Mason Dixon line, chances are chances are this is going to be insane. So yeah, this video is titled "Evil Dead Rises is Woke." It's a shame his brain wasn't woke whenever he wrote this title. But let's jump in.
So I went and saw Evil Dead Rises. I liked the first movie, so I went and saw the second one. Lo and behold, Evil Dead Rises is not a movie, to my surprise.
It's also not the second one. I'm not exactly sure what he's going at with this, but this is the part that I always like to. If you listen close enough, these guys who claim that they love these movies and they've been watching them forever, how could they now just start to ruin my precious movies? And it's like this guy thinks this is the second one that they've made. So obviously, it seems to me like this guy isn't really quite the fan that he's gonna portray himself to be, first and foremost. And it seems like he's just looking for a reason to bitch about something because society has outgrown him and he's scared.
Now, how is it not a movie? What do you mean? I mean, you just went and saw it. How is it not a movie?
That's a good question.
Because a movie especially a sequel to a movie, continues the story or expands upon the world from the first movie. This one did not do any of that.
How?
All it did was tell
Okay, seriously, how? How did it not? I'm very, very curious how this did not actually expand upon the universe when it's this and the reboot in 2013 both did a really good job of expanding on what had already been started, because they introduced not only the same concept happening to new people and even in new places, with the most recent one that you're bitching about, but it introduced new books of the dead. Like, this isn't happening with all the same books. It is literally doing the definition of what you said it wasn't doing. It's world building, expanding on the universe, showing you there's not just one book out here, showing you that this has happened to more people than just Ash Williams. Which, don't get me wrong, I love the character of Ash Williams. I'm sure most of us do, But just like any other final guy or gal, it is doable to continue these series without them. Now, I mean, have they blown it before? Yeah, sure. But I definitely don't think it has anything to do with the lane you're going to go down. So Lady Baconator brings up a good point here, and this is something you're probably going to hear me talk about a lot in this stream. So what is it with these chuds calling new additions to franchises woke, ignoring the previous entries of the franchise were just as woke? It's funny, isn't it? Because this is a franchise and even like a subgenre, uh, so to speak, when you talk about like slashers, where this is like 90%. I mean, you get the term final girl, right? So like all of these movies are what these people would call woke. But for some reason they don't see it out of their old movies, like women overcoming evil men. Like this is has been kind of a trope in the subgenre since it popped onto the scene. So yeah, it's always funny to watch that. Always funny.
Exact same story as the first movie with different characters in a different location. Literally the exact same story.
It's
Group
not
of people, one of them finds a book,
uh
gets possessed, they all die, the end.
So my question is, now that we've seen how an Evil Dead movie is to progress, other than making tweaks around the edges, introducing new characters, new locations, new elements to the story, what else are you supposed to do? I mean, this is the same type of chud that would be complaining if they pulled a Halloween 3 and did something completely different, to the contrary of one of the things he's currently bitching about. Oh, he'd be so upset about that. These are the type of people that there's really no pleasing unless you just I mean, at this point, you would just have to reshoot the movies they like frame by frame. I mean, they'd bitch about that too, I'm sure, but it's just like, what do you do? I mean, like, why even put your opinions on the internet at this point? Because it's not like you're going to be listened to by anybody, especially like if there were actually a movie studio that really cared about what their fans think. Do you think they're going to care about you when you just bitch about everything, no matter what they do?
What this movie, you want to call it that, it wasn't a movie. It was a propaganda piece. It was a woke propaganda piece of propaganda
It was
for the woke Hollywood.
it was a woke propaganda piece of propaganda, folks. There's only so many buzzwords, and his little brain couldn't process more than one at once. We got the best. This is the best, folks. This is the best he could give us. It's not a movie, which it objectively is. All right. And it's just a woke piece of propaganda. So what exactly so you're saying that you enjoyed the first movie and that this movie is just a carbon copy, like cut and paste scenario, but you don't like this one. So what exactly is the difference? If your argument here is that this one's woke and a propaganda piece, but it's no different than the first one that you did enjoy, wouldn't that make the first one the same exact thing? Or are you just are you just so online that you think anything with a female or a minority in it has to be quote unquote woke? Is that what it is? Is it you're getting old and the world's changing and you're scared by it? It's okay, bud.
Agenda, or as the critical drinker would say, spreading the message. Why? Because it's an all female cast. There's only 3 males in the entire movie. They take up a total of 8 minutes of screen time and they all die. And that being, they are trying to.
How is that any different? How is that any different than a lot of the slashers of the past or the present or at any time? How is it any different? M- uh, I'd say a good percentage, 80 or more of a lot of the male characters in these type of films have always filled that type of role. Now, sure, you'll always have like maybe a love interest, or in some cases, like in this franchise, a final guy, but it really doesn't change anything now, does it?
um, with the underlying political message of trying to empower women, and the cast is all women and one trans uh actor. I'm not sure how she
Just
wants to do
use
it.
the
He,
pronoun,
she, it.
man. It's,
I don't know.
it's
Yeah,
not a big deal. You
it's
don't
a
have
it's
to
a
fucking stutter step your way through this. You look a whole lot less ridiculous if you just use the correct word there. That's it. It's you would look so much less idiotic in a video where you are mired by idiocracy. You understand that?
biological woman who identifies as a male is in the movie, and I'm like, don't get. I'm all for, like, do whatever you want to do. Like, I don't have any, my thing about it that confuses me is like, I it's kind of an odd like place for that sort of message, don't you think? I mean, it's a
I know. And if what you said was true, that you don't care, do whatever you want to do, then why is it that we are now sitting here listening to a video that you posted on the internet, on YouTube, expressing your disdain in such a way where you come off like the biggest hypocrite ever? Like, seriously. Oh my goodness. It's luckily this one's kind of a short video. This one, like you said, this one's only 4 minutes. But this guy, he doesn't care at all, but had to put his opinion on the topic up. Absolutely had to. And since we're reiterating here, let's all bear in mind, Evil Dead Rise, or as he says, Evil Dead Rises is just like the first one in every way. It's no different, but this one's woke and the original one's not. Make sense of it, folks. Please help me out here if you could.
it's a movie about, a possession demon that cuts people up. And they're like trying to like lace in this like political message about female empowerment. I just don't like, if you
My God, not everything has to be political. You are terminally online, my friend. You need to log off for a little bit. Not everything has to be this big culture war battle. It just doesn't. You're making it that. You're making it that because Fox News wiped its ass with your brain or some shit. Like, I don't know what happened, but not everything has to be about this. These messages, which yes, there are messages straught throughout, no matter what the medium. Film definitely not being excluded from this. Yes, there are messages of things like female empowerment, but they've been there for fucking ever. Even in some of the movies that you're praising, like the original Evil Dead, like coming from that era and before. That's always been a thing. This is nothing new. And the fact that it makes you angry now, but didn't then, tells me everything I need to know about you. You're a terminally online chud who needs to log the fuck off and touch grass.
want that message to be out there, then why would you make an Evil Dead movie? Like, why wouldn't you just make an actual movie that's about those things instead of like just taking an old movie, The Evil Dead, the first one, and making the same movie again and then putting it with
If it's the same movie, you have no problem with it. And what is the issue with a slasher film utilizing something to do with female empowerment as like as like a message? Why is that any different from any of the other big slasher flicks of the past? Is it just because Ash isn't in it and you're upset about that? Like, look, I love the character of Ash, my guy, but it's like did you bitch like this in the for the 2013 reboot? I guess if you look back on his channel far enough, you'll probably find something about it if he was around at that point in time. But Jesus Christ, man, you gotta like your views have to align at some point. Things aren't making any sense with this.
an all-female cast. And this was intentional. There's like articles online that said they did this intentionally. They want to like spread this woke message. I just think that it's strange that they would use an Evil Dead movie in order to preach that message. It just
What? So I just want it to be known that this guy thinks it is strange for a slasher flick to have within it the message of overcoming evil, female empowerment. Like he thinks this is new and this is part of Hollywood's woke liberal agenda. That's what he thinks. A sweet, sweet summer child.
You could just make a movie about those things if you wanted to. So like I don't know. As far as like the movie goes, I mean, I didn't hate it. I thought it was a pretty good horror movie. It's just the exact same as the first one.
Then there you go. There you go. You liked it. You liked it. So if you put aside your petty, stupid, terminally online bullshit, you like the movie. It's basically what you're saying here. And it's like you don't seem to understand that letting ridiculous things like that, like inviting the culture war into your gray matter, it's not doing anything but making you a more miserable human being. Like that's the only possible way that this can end. You're not enjoying things that you once enjoyed just because you feel as if you shouldn't. I don't know if you're feeling socially pressured into it or not. Maybe so, considering you're making this video. It's it's very strange. Very strange. I mean, if you feel like and going back to the whole point about feeling like it's a lot like the original, like I don't really see that at all. Like obviously it's an Evil Dead film and I mean, they didn't make it so different to where it didn't feel like an Evil Dead film, but changing the location to the exact opposite place of what it was. Um, you know, utilizing technology instead of nature. Like, I mean, it's an updated version. They took some liberties with it to make it on. Like, I don't see either side of the argument that you're making here. I just it's not working. But he's almost done
You
here.
know, the effects were good, the special effects and everything were good. I just, I just I was keyed into the fact that it was really a political propaganda piece.
He was keyed into that fact, folks. He's got some inside information that the rest of us don't have. And you know, the fucking Illuminati message slipped and made it to this dipshit in Kentucky that oh yeah, this movie is just going to be wrought with messages to corrupt the minds of the youth, such as women being equal to men. Well, fuck me. That's some radical shit. So anyway, that's pretty much going to do it for him. I think we're done with that first video and we can move on. And like I said, two of the three videos we're going to be taking a look at today are in fact about Evil Dead Rise. So I figure, you know what, let's go ahead and keep the Evil Dead Rise trend up and let's move on to our next quote unquote horror hater here while I go ahead and screen share. All right, drink in this fella because this this is the next person we're going to be taking a look at here. This is apparently a channel that goes by the name of Disturb Kiwi. And his video is titled, "Is Evil Dead Woke Now?" So, fuck it. It's the fucking Wish version of the lead singer of System of a Down is going to tell us all about it.
The Evil Dead franchise used to be about psychological horror, but the latest entry has replaced that with woke culture. Literally everyone has been praising these new trailers, but I'm not one of them.
Oh, you're such a fucking hero. You're so brave standing out, not praising a trailer. Oh, good God. Because nobody else looked at the trailer and was like, yeah, it's not for me. I mean, obviously a lot of people did that. I kind of keep my fingers on the pulse of certain franchises. So yeah, I saw a lot of those comments. Definitely not all for these ridiculous ass reasons, but so right off the bat, he's saying that the psychological horror in the Evil Dead franchise has been completely removed and replaced with woke messaging. So I would assume that instead of people, you know, there's certainly no one in this movie getting their leg turned into linguine through a cheese grater, right? Like all those horror elements are gone. No one's getting mauled. No one's getting like their eyeball removed or anything. None of that in this movie. It's all just messages about what? is it female empowerment with you too? Is that what you have an issue with? What is it? I'm curious.
And once I explain why, you will realize that Evil Dead Rise is not an Evil Dead movie. So let's get into it.
Jesus fuck. So yeah, the first guy said it wasn't a movie. Wasn't even a movie. This guy's a little bit tamer, albeit not you wouldn't expect it from his look. And it's just not an Evil Dead movie, folks. It's not. Let's hear all the evidence that he's gonna have that proves that.
In order to understand why this new entry is so bad,
Someone check this man's basement.
first need to understand what the Evil Dead is actually about. The first film was about demons forcing Ash to kill all of his friends.
I don't know about you, but that sounds a little sus, forcing ass to do things. This guy's he's giving me some vibes like he's got a basement or a crawl space that people need to be excavating right now. We need to be looking into this.
Every single death in that film was by his own hand. And the second film is about
I mean, that's
Ash
not always
overcoming
true.
fears,
That's
as
it's
well as his
That's definitely not always true. Like Deadites possess other people in those movies and kill them as well. So, like I don't know where you're getting with that. Not every film or every death in these films are by Ash's hand. No, that's not a thing. Like like sure okay. He's apparently got some weird idea of what the Evil Dead franchise is, and he's just not willing to let up from it. No matter how far it may veer away from his idea. Like, if that's the case, I should have heard you bitching about every film in the franchise at this point. If that's what you feel like it is, and anything that deviates would be total disrespect, I should have heard you bitching a long time ago.
own insanity. And in the third film, he develops a misogynistic personality as a coping mechanism for his PTSD, before finally accepting his destiny and becoming the hero the world needs.
Okay, I mean I wouldn't say that's like canonically all correct, but I would say that's a decent, respectable way of taking a look at the original Evil Dead trilogy. You know.
But Evil Dead Rise, however, is more about motherhood than anything else. The possessed mother is
Wait a minute. Are you meaning to tell me, Disturbed Kiwi, that different movies, all in the same franchise, can have different stories, can have different morals, can have uh, different things coded within the film? Wait a minute. Are you telling me that? See, because the other guy was telling me they were exactly alike, and you're gonna tell me that you don't like it for some reason, but I I find it interesting that that's a thing. Wow, I wasn't aware that different films within under the same umbrella could tell different stories. You're breaking new ground here, Copernicus. Please tell me more.
symbolic of an abusive mother, and the possessed boy is symbolic of siblings bullying their younger siblings. Then you of course have the aunt that takes the girl in as her own, becoming the mother she wanted to be. And this story could actually work in a different horror film. But this is not just a regular horror film.
Okay, so did you not have an issue with your perceived themes of motherhood and aliens? I mean, that was the joke just now, right? You didn't have an issue with that, right? So what was the difference? Once again, what was the difference other than this movie came from an era in which people didn't just throw around blanket statement words at things that they didn't like woke? There's no difference.
This is an Evil Dead film. And when I watch an Evil Dead film, I don't want...
Right, and that was Aliens. That was an Alien film. It was a sequel to the original, and guess what? The first one didn't have that kind of theme in it. Where's your video about how Aliens is woke? Or we're not going to see that, right?
to see a story about motherhood. And if that wasn't bad enough, almost every single character is a woman.
So?
And the only male characters are presented as the bad guys.
It's a big gulp there.
One of them is...
It's like he knew he was about to say some fuck shit. It just, it couldn't just manifest. He had to like gulp it up from the depths of his body. That's the level of stupidity he knew he was about to create out of his face hole. It took some effort. But he got it up, and it came right out of his face. And whether he knows it or not, he probably should have kept it in.
Responsible for unleashing the demons, and the other is possessed and tries to kill his sister. Not sure who this guy is, though, but I'm guessing he does something bad, too. So this...
Wait a minute. Okay, and just to check here, I'm gonna... Okay, so yeah. This was uploaded. I didn't even realize this until just now. This was uploaded 4 months ago. This was before Evil Dead Rise released in theaters. The guy is literally, and I just picked up on this, didn't even see this, didn't pick up on this the first time. This guy is literally critiquing the entire film based on the trailer. He's critiquing themes of the film based on what he's seen from the trailer. The dude is literally judging a book by its cover right now, pretending like he's some sort of film theorist, pretending like he's some well-learned, knowledgeable person on the topic, and he's seen nothing beyond the trailer. Fuck me. That's disappointing.
This film also has a message of men bad, women good.
No, the message in this movie is that Deadites bad, humans good. If you're going to put it on terms like that, that's about all you're going to get out of it. I mean, there were more females that were possessed by Deadites in this film than males, if my count is correct. And they were the bad people. They were the antagonists. So no, that's just because there were women in the film. One particular that ended up being the hero of the film, which is once again nothing different, nothing very unusual for this genre of film.
Having a strong female lead is one thing.
What's up, dude, brothers?
But having almost every character be a female is completely different. Every Evil Dead film has a diverse cast, but this one just throws away diversity in favor of girl power.
Wait a minute, what the fuck are you talking about? You're saying that this movie is woke, and now you're saying that it throws away diversity? Well, see, this is the shit I'm talking about. This guy doesn't even know exactly what the term means because it's used so vague by the people who are using the term as a pejorative that it's a lot of times you'll find that they have difficulty defining the word.
You might think that this film is the greatest thing to come out this year, but it's not my Evil Dead.
Oh, so
hey
brave.
guys, Disturbed Kiwi here.
Okay, that's the end of the video. I'm not going to listen to that weird audio mixing, balancing that he has going on there. We're good. That's the end of the video. He's just promoting whatever the hell else he's doing next, which I assume is some other video of him being upset for whatever nonsense reason. That even when he describes why he has an issue with it, it still doesn't even quite make sense in his own words, in his own, like, even trying to look at this through his eyes, even trying to give someone the benefit of the doubt, it's almost impossible to figure out exactly what it is he's talking about. So, we're going to move on here to our third and final video of the evening. And unlike the first two, this one is not a scathing detraction of the Evil Dead Rise being woke. Today, we're going to take a look here at Facebook Fox News grandpa here with his sunglasses on at night in his car. And he's going to be telling us about how Scream 6 is woke trash. So if we're all ready for this one, enough Evil Dead Rise battering. Let's see this fucking winner right here tell us all what we need to know about Scream 6. Do we want to take bets as if he's seen the movie? Maybe we're lucky and he's seen the trailer. I don't know. Let's dive in.
Scream 6. Made a video on this here a while back. Scream 6 is going to be woke trash. You can look at the previews and tell.
All right, it's gonna be woke trash. You can look at the previews and tell. So I'm already getting heavy vibes. This guy's just seen a trailer. So he saw a trailer that dropped in the morning, by the way, because I love Scream. So I was waiting with a bated breath for that trailer. So it dropped in the morning time. This guy it's nighttime. He's in his car and he's so upset about this trailer. So upset that he's already dissected the film and realized he doesn't like it. That he had to hop on cam and let us all know about it. So far be it for me to keep him silenced any longer. I wouldn't want to be accused of censoring this man who obviously is going to have some sensible reasons why we shouldn't see Scream 6.
Garbage. Courtney Cox looks like a damn plastic mannequin. She looked like Nancy Pelosi.
And there we are. You know how I was talking about that first guy had terminal online brain? Immediately compares Courtney Cox to Nancy Pelosi. So it's true with this guy as well. I mean, for fuck's sake, yeah, Courtney Cox has had a lot of work done. It's visible, like you can see it. But if that's the biggest problem you have with the movie, must not be that big of an issue. You managed to get through Scream 3 with them fucking bangs of hers, then this should be no problem.
With all the plastic work she's had done. Scream 6, woke trash.
Also, look at you, my guy. Like, who the fuck are you to be online talking about how somebody looks? Like, you've taken a lot of care in covering up your head and your eyes, and even with the beard, some of your face. Like, you're doing a lot of heavy face covering right now. So I don't know if it's exactly you're the best messenger for this.
Look at it. Look at the previews. But they had to pander. They had to do all that. You know,
who are they pandering to is my question. Who exactly is the producers of and the distributors of Scream 6 pandering to? You want me to tell you who they're pandering to? They're pandering to people who watch horror movies, to people who like slashers, to people who like whodunit style films, and to people who like the Scream franchise. Those are the people that they're pandering to, because those are the people that are going to come watch the film. I mean, they're just trying to. It's a business, my guy. They're trying to make as much money as possible, and they're trying to get as many asses in seats as they possibly can. They don't care who comes to see their movie. They care that people come to see their movie. That's it.
Who the killer is, right? The killer's going to be either Cheech and Chong. It's going to be one of the two. Oh,
I'm not sure if that was supposed to be a joke, but either I'm too dumb and it flew over my head, or this guy's a moron and it wasn't funny. I think Occam's razor is going to tell you it's probably this guy, considering all the stupid shit he said thus far in this stream. Yeah, I don't get it. Can someone help me out with that? The killer's going to be Cheech and Chong in this one. Oh, you're a fucking laugh riot, old man.
Oh, did I go there? Oh,
For what? Like, what's the joke? I'm serious. Someone help me out with this. What is the joke? Like, I'm waiting. If this catches up in the live chat, if maybe someone can help me figure out why this is a joke and why he feels like it was an edgy joke, I suppose. I don't know.
and I like Cheech and Chong. Maybe it is. That would be great. Pandering. Scream 6 will be woke trash. Wait till you see all of the wokeness in it.
You haven't seen it.
Just wait. Just the subway scene. There was enough wokeness on there. I was done.
Okay, so once again, that was in the initial trailer, the subway scene. It was one of the selling points of the film. So once again, I'm pretty sure this guy's just seen promotional material, obviously hasn't seen the movie, making these assumptions based on absolutely nothing. Now tell me, pray tell, what exactly is in the subway scene on the Scream 6 trailer that is so, quote, woke? Like, what is it? What is it? Seriously. Let me guess, there'll be female leads like every other Scream movie, right? Like who, if you ask people like who watch these movies back in the day, like when you think Scream, who do you think of? They're gonna say Nev Campbell, they're gonna say Courtney Cox, maybe David Arquette. 2 out of 3 of them females. If you talk about them now, people are pretty much gonna mention what's her name, Melissa Barrera, and the chick from Wednesday. Jenna Ortega. So yeah, like this is a franchise that has always leaned very heavy on female leads. I really hope at some point in time in this video he raves about the original film or like the original trilogy. That would be perfect.
I don't care to see this. The last one was garbage because of the same nonsense.
And you didn't watch it. You watched the trailer.
1 through 4 was decent.
There it is. There it is. 1 through 4 was decent. 1 through 4 was decent. What's changed, honestly, other than the director? What else has changed? I can't really tell you. The 5th movie was made with so much care toward what a Wes Craven Scream 5 would look like. Sure, the 6th one's takes a little bit more liberties, tries to be a little bit more different. But like, what's the difference? Once again, I don't know what it is about these guys, but these movies have not changed thematically a whole lot over the decades, but they still cling that the old ones were so much better and not woke or whatever the fuck. They're the same. They have the same themes in so many of these movies.
4th one I could have lived without. First 3 were amazing. But the rest of this is the way it's going to be from here on out. You're going to butcher a franchise that was amazing to begin with.
It used to be amazing, folks.
So, Scream 6. Done.
I am
Courtney Cox, stop. Just stop. You're like 70 years old now.
How old are you?
Just stop with all of this.
Okay, so like that's fine to say, but just out of curiosity, how old are you? And like you've been very successful? I mean, I'm just saying, judging by this video, yeah, probably not.
Well, you're not that old, but you're old up there. Okay? Just stop. Quit getting the plastic surgery. You look stupid.
Not
you
you
were
though.
A beautiful woman back in the day. And now you went and did all that. Hey,
and see, there it is again. Like, oh man, she used to be beautiful, and now she fucked herself up. This bro longs for a world that is just dead. I think that's what it is. Like, it's things change, times change. You can either like get with it or just get left behind and be bitter fuck like this guy, I suppose.
I'm sick and tired of all the nonsense with Hollywood. or Hollyweird is what I call it. I'm done with all this.
So creative.
Scream 6, stop. Just stop. We don't need any more Screams. We don't need any more Friday 13th. We don't need any.
Hey, you speak for yourself, asshat. I will definitely take more of those films. Don't listen to this guy. He doesn't know what the hell he's talking about. In case you can't tell by the fact that he's filming a skating video in his car in the middle of the night with sunglasses on. This guy's a winner.
Any more Freddy Kruegers. Let all this garbage go.
I thought you
But there'll
loved it.
be stupid idiots that'll go and see this garbage. And they're just going to think it's awesome. Well, it reflects America now. This is America today. No, it's not. It never will.
Why? Why? Oh, so this so he's upset that there are women and minorities in America. Like, bro, you're not that old. Like, I'm pretty sure both of those things have been in America in your lifetime since the beginning. Since the vile day that you passed through your mother's vaginal canal and disgraced the earth with your presence, that has been the case.
Will be. Scream 6 will be garbage. I will not watch it. I don't want to watch it. I don't want to see it. Main reason, I don't want to see Courtney Cox, little plastic self, walk around looking like a fake Barbie doll. Can't do it. Not going to do it.
Then don't. Why make the fucking, like, why do you feel like you have to do the airport departure here? You know, why do you have to announce it to everybody that you're not going to watch this movie? Just don't watch it. Like I said earlier, the bottom line for these movies is just like any other business, they want to make money. And the way that they're going to do that is they're going to go, okay, how can we get the most butts in seats? And they're going to market it appropriately. And I'm pretty sure that they knew people like you were going to see, oh, okay, this is what this movie is. It's the same thing that it used to be in so many ways, but now they're, you know, I got fucking terminal online brain rot. I can't go see it. They probably knew people like you weren't going to see it. And they don't care. They probably already made calculations for this. They're trying to get the most butts in seats. And your demographic probably doesn't strike their mind anyway, considering what their product is. And that's fine. Like, that's okay. But don't talk about how it's all just bullshit, but get on here and rage about it in your car at fucking 3 a.m. Like, you obviously care. It's almost like these guys, like I said earlier, it's almost like they just feel a social pressure to not go see these movies that have been or could be labeled as woke. They're missing out on so much fun because, you know, what somebody else may think of them. It's like that person's just as dumb as you are, so don't worry about it.
Can't do it anymore, man. I can't do it. And I made this video here a while back just off the subway scene. And I told you it was going to be garbage. This will be garbage. But a lot of you out there will come across this. You'll be like, oh, this is the greatest movie ever. No, it won't. It's junk. It's junk.
I would love to know what he watches. I would love to know a movie that came out this decade that he frequently watches or was a fan of. Like, I would love to be able to gauge his movie taste, because at this point, you really can't tell. You know, he's just scared to let it. He's once again, he's got to get in his car at 3 a.m. with the sunglasses on and let everybody know that he is definitely not woke and he will not be seeing Scream 6. It's very important that we all know that.
I seen the new preview today. It's junk.
These people, they don't even know what the word is. You ask a lot of people that use it as a pejorative, and they'll give you so many different definitions. They'll give you so many different explanations. They don't know. It's just whatever they don't like, which tends to be women and minorities. They just label it as woke. That's what it is.
It's the same thing regurgitated over and over, but yet they had to put different colors in there.
What the fuck? There he goes. There it is. There's the issue right there. They had to put different colors in there. Is that what just fell out of his empty fucking egg-shaped skull. That's what happened. All right. Like, I don't like, if you have a thought like this, you would think your brain would go, "Oh, that's fucked up. Maybe you should not say that anymore. Maybe you should work on that part of you." No, not this guy. He goes, "I'm gonna put this on the internet for dexterity. Everyone's got to know that I was a fucking bigoted moron in my car at 3 a.m. Here it is."
To appeal or to appease a certain group of people. That's it. That's the only reason why they made this junk. They could have let this go after the third one. They could have let it go.
Hey, Sydney. And once again, what they're doing here is they're trying to make money. I swear to you, my guy, that is their total and complete point of making this film. Trust me, they didn't pour millions of dollars into this movie just to put out some type of message for some agenda. That's not what it is. They made this movie to make money. That's like, I know you don't understand that, considering once again you're sitting in your car at 3 a.m. But that's why they did it.
But no, they're going to keep making them over and over and over and over. There's going to be Scream 25. Stop with this nonsense. Hollywood.
No, wait a minute. No, let's not just act like that's your problem. Your issue is not that they're making countless sequels and requels and reboots and legacy sequels and remakes and whatever the hell you want to call these different continuations of properties of IPs, but that's not your issue. You just told everyone your issue just maybe a minute ago. You're upset because there are people that have skin in the movie that don't match yours. So, like, once again, I don't understand getting on the internet saying that and thinking that, yep, people are gonna love this. Everyone's gonna be on my side.
And there's going to be people that cuss me. Oh, we love Courtney Cox. We love all these little actresses and actors. I don't even care. I don't even know them. That the one little actress, she's blowing up real fast. You want to know why? Not because she's fucking talented. It's because she's Hispanic.
That's what it is. They took her germs. That's what it is. Oh, man. He's upsetty spaghetti because a person of Hispanic descent is doing well for themselves. Man. Well, I hope everything's okay in the backseat of your fucking car at 3 a.m., my guy, while you're ranting about a movie that made a lot of fucking money. A whole lot more than you're ever going to see.
She has no talent. None. And I'm sick and tired
of
seeing this garbage. I'm tired of it. And I'm not the only one.
Yeah, like I know. I'm well aware that there are a lot of, just talking about America, there's a lot of you fucking nitwits around. Sure. I'm well aware of that, but guess what? Let me tell you something that's really gonna have your asshole hairs and knots, my guy. Is that last Scream movie broke like franchise records. You aware of that? Does that make you upset? Does that bother you a little bit? Can you perhaps make a response to this in your car tonight at 3 a.m.? Make sure you pick the right sunglasses, though. It's all about the image, right?
She has no talent. None. But because of who she is and her name, she's gonna blow up. And she'll have a good run for about 5 or 6, 7 years. And then you won't ever see this wench again. I'm done with all this. I'm done.
Not like you, though.
I'm done. I'm tired of all of my crap being...
I'm sure that we'll all see you for years to come in your very expansive career of bitching about movies online at 3 a.m. in the back of your car with some sunglasses on, right? It's just hard to take someone like this seriously who's going to talk about the success or lack thereof of others. Like, the reason that she's blowing up as an actress right now is because she's done extremely well, even if she's not given much in the roles that she's had. Like, she's always stood out in the last Scream movie, not 6, but 5, before it, back in 2022. Pretty much every critic and fan alike were talking about Jenna Ortega's character more so than the new lead, Melissa Barrera. So yeah, that's kind of why that's happening. That's the inverse of what you're saying. She's talented. People are noticing. She's getting a lot of work, and those projects tend to do well financially.
Butchered because of these idiots. And because of what Hollywood is now. I can't do it anymore. I'm done with it. I won't even go to the theater anymore. I won't, because the movies suck.
That's fine. Don't go. They will not miss you.
Very rarely do you get a good movie, and when they do, you know what? I'm going to stream it, because I can't go sit in the theater anymore.
So what was the last like all white cast movie? Because whatever it was, this guy streamed it. You wouldn't download a car to make a video in at 3 a.m. with your sunglasses on, would you?
I went and watched The Last Purge. Took my daughter to see it. The worst experience I ever had. And that was during the pandemic.
Yeah, I bet it was the worst experience of your daughter's life too. Jesus Christ. Imagine having this guy as your dad. He takes you in public and other people know that you're related. Jeez. It's harsh.
Because of idiots in the theater. You can't even do it anymore. Scream 6 will be the same way. Who the hell is going to go sit in a theater watching this garbage with all the nonsense around?
Right here, this guy.
America
twice
is gone. America is gone. And I'm sorry to say it, but it's...
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought this was America. I'm sorry. Yes, Scream 6 and its alleged wokeness is going to bring an end to the United States of America as we know it. All the blatant communist messaging in Scream, you know? Crazy.
It's done. America's done. This is not the country that I grew up in anymore. This is not.
Yeah, that's
and
a good
I can't
thing.
do it anymore. I can't watch.
Hey, well, I got a message for you, guy. If you don't like it, you can get out. Love it or leave it. That's what I always say.
I can't watch garbage anymore. Courtney Cox
So you don't
is
watch
garbage.
your own content, I take it.
She's another panderer. She's another, hey, just give me a paycheck. She has no morals. No, I don't even know anymore, man.
Wait, like, what are you talking about? What do you mean? Why are you, what's the attack on her morals? Like, it's one thing to say that she was in a shitty movie, if that's what you're saying, which you haven't seen it at this point. So you don't know that. But like, to attack someone's morals because they starred in a successful franchise, like I don't get it. I don't understand it. Like, if you had a specific story about Courtney Cox where it's like, oh yeah, she's a piece of shit and here's why. Yeah, I'll hear you out. Why not? But I don't think you can just go, yep, she was in this movie and there was people that were different colors, so send her to fucking Gitmo.
I don't even know
anything.
Done with all this shit. Done with it. And I'm sorry I'm cussing on here. I don't even care no more. I can't do this anymore.
Don't.
With these woke individuals.
Is there someone in the back seat with a gun to your head making you make this video? Is that what this is? It sounds like, you know, you have the option to not do this. If you just said you didn't want to do it anymore, don't participate. If you feel like all of society is just abject awful, if that's really how you feel, don't participate to the best of your ability. Have fun, right? Isn't that what you tell people when the argument comes from the other side?
It's not even about that. It's just they're so stupid that they take a beautiful, awesome franchise. They should have stopped at the third one, a trilogy, and have been done with it. But no, they go and make the fourth one because they had to include all of the new generation.
No, that's not what it was. I'm telling you, no film distribution company, no production company, none of the people that work in these industries go, you know what? We need to bring it back just so the new generation can have an updated version. No, that's not their motivation. Their motivation is money. Their motivation is making a movie that will interest people and that they can make their money back and then some on said project. That's it. That's fucking it. I don't understand what's so hard about this for people to grasp. If it's a large corporation, what do you think their main goal is? There you go.
All of the new, just like Halloween. Just like Halloween.
Watch your mouth,
my
buddy.
favorite all-time franchise in the world. And guess what they do? Guess what they do? Look at the last one. Not Halloween Kills. Yeah, Halloween Kills.
Well, that wasn't the last one, and I'm willing to bet you didn't make it past the trailer. That's that's a good point, Vapion. The Purge movies never stick in my mind very well. I don't remember them very well, but yeah, now that you bring that up, that's a damn good point. Of course, right? Man, yeah, it's you don't even have to worry about some of these guys going mask off because they just stay mask off. And even though they say and do some atrocious shit, it's like a part of me is like, well, you know what? At least you're honest with everyone about the garbage that you are. So I can kind of appreciate that much, I guess, if nothing else.
Not Halloween Ends. Halloween Kills. What do they do to it? They butcher it. They butcher it.
What was wrong
But
with
you
that?
had to do it. You had to be in the inclusive. You had to do all that.
What the fuck? Like, what even? What's so inclusive about Halloween Kills? Is it because there was a gay couple in it? Is it because there were some black characters in it? Is that what it was? Surely it can't because it was female led. I mean, that's the whole goddamn franchise. What is it? What is it that that rustled your jimmies about Halloween Kills? Not that I would expect you to be more specific, but you haven't been thus far.
I ain't even seen the last one. I don't even want to see it. I don't even want to see it. I'm done with this.
Good.
Anyway, y'all want to waste your time and go watch the woke nonsense. If you have any kind of sense in your head, you won't watch this garbage and you won't pay for it. Courtney Cox looks like a freaking plastic doll that's been out in the sun too long. Just like
Not this guy though. Take a look at him. Drink him in. This is someone who can definitely judge other people's looks, right? Facebook Grampy. Fucking Fox News grandpa here. He's quite a looker and definitely qualified to pass judgment on the looks of others. Fuck yeah. Just go ahead and slap that one up here. Yeah. Oh yeah, it's already started with the Target chuds. They're super upsetting.
Nancy Pelosi does.
What the fuck does she have to
I'm
do
done
with
with this
anything?
crap. I can't do it anymore. I can't do it anymore. So hate me, I don't care. But you know I'm speaking the truth if you have any sense.
Okay, so first off, you're not speaking the truth. I can very easily dispute anything that you're saying, as I believe that I have thus far. And fuck, I don't even remember what else you said. You're so fucking boring, and everything you say just kind of rails together at a certain point because you have like 3 things you want to say, and you just say them in like mildly different ways.
If you have any sense, but you'll go and watch this garbage. You'll go and watch it, and you're probably gonna love it. But look at it. It's garbage. Not because of who's on there, but because of what they're doing.
No, you said verbatim earlier that it was because there were different colored people on there, and that because Jenna Ortega was Hispanic. That's literally what you said. You can't backpedal your way out of that one now, bud. Like, it's the other shoe already dropped. Like, it's too late.
Because of the pandering. It's so stupid.
every movie panders. They're pandering to that whatever demographic, say it's a slasher or a rom-com or an action film. They're all pandering to a certain audience to once again make as much money as possible, not to spread some weird fucking agenda that even if it were a thing isn't like a bad thing. It's just, hey, maybe we should be more accepting and tolerant of other people. But that bothers you. That lets us all know you're a great person.
Wait for the new Indiana Jones movie to come out. More garbage. Watch all this crap that's coming out. More garbage. It's all pandering. And it's all because they think that you're stupid. That's the whole thing.
No, I think you're stupid. Like if the claim was that this movie is poorly made and it's not effective and it doesn't justify its own existence, and you had like actual legitimate reasons for that, and your claim was that people who paid for this are stupid, especially if they already know what they're getting into, then yeah, okay, there's a discussion to be had, but not at this point. At this point, it's just I'm a prejudiced fucking bigot piece of shit, and I don't like it that there are people being represented in films and making money off said films. That's all I've gotten. That, and you really don't like Courtney Cox because she's older now and had plastic surgery, and that really bothers the hell out of you for some reason.
It's not even about the color of the skin. It's about Hollywood pandering to you, wanting your money because that's what they think you want to see.
Oh, that is what they wanted to see. Once again, Scream 6, the movie you're talking about, broke franchise records financially and did decently critically too, which is hard to do when you're on like the 6th installment of an ongoing franchise, right? So yeah, once again, man, you got to watch more than a trailer, you know, just a sliver of research on the topic. You know, you don't have to, I don't think you have to be as well versed as some of us here on YouTube are about, you know, our love of movies, but you know, just a sliver of research, just kind of get in the ballpark of figuring out what the fuck you're talking about. That'd be nice.
I'm done with it. I can't do it anymore. I'm done with Hollyweird. I'm done with all the movies. Maverick was a rare gem.
Oh, get the fuck out of here. Now, okay, I'll be completely upfront and honest. I have not seen Maverick. I've obviously seen Top Gun. Not a fan. Didn't bother going to see the sequel Maverick. But of course, this guy is going to say that Maverick was a rare gem, because let me do something real quick. I am going to look up right now the cast of Top Gun Maverick, and we're going to see here. So I see Tom Cruise, Miles Teller, Val Kilmer, Glenn Powell, Jennifer Connelly, Monica Barbaro, John Hamm, Lewis Pullman. So all of those 8 names that I just read right from the top of Google's casting list on Top Gun Maverick. Guess what they all have in common? White as hell. So of course, this guy gets a majority white cast, and he's like, you know what? That's more like it. Now, this is the kind of entertainment that I could stream, even though he said earlier he still wouldn't pay for it. So there you go.
The rest of it, I will not go to a theater again ever in my life. I will stream everything from my home. I can't do this anymore, man. Scream 6 is going to be garbage. I promise you. Some of you are going to love it. You're going to be like, oh, it's a great movie ever. Maybe so. I'm done.
Maybe it will be. Maybe everything I just said was complete and utter stupidity. Maybe I should drive home after I sober up and go to fucking bed. Yeah, maybe that's what you should do, because holy shit, that was very mask off, very telling. And you know, I'm not saying anyone go harass the guy, but if you're interested in seeing more fucking absolute nutcase bigoted rants like this, that's from Some Ordinary Bruh here on YouTube. So, you know, if for some reason, you know, maybe you want to go, you know, tell this guy, what you think. I'm not saying go harass the guy, but there's this channel. Yeah, definitely stay away. Stay away. Uh, so yeah, that's all three of the vids I had pulled today for this edition. All three, once again, talking about the current state of horror in 2022 and 2023 just being woke absolute garbage. Awful. Can't believe it. Hollyweirds at it again. So yeah, I guess that's going to be it. But yeah, no shocker there that he really enjoyed Maverick. Yeah, it's definitely not the same genre. I don't know why he pulled that one out. Well, yeah, I kind of do. Once again, majority of the main cast white. He kind of already said that was his thing earlier. So yeah, I'm with you, Reaper. I can't say Maverick was trash because I didn't watch it, but Top Gun, it's just not for me. So I assumed the sequel would not be for me as well, and it probably isn't. So yeah, that's going to be about it, everyone. I want to thank you all for joining me on another momentous occasion of us taking a look at some complete inept morons as they give us their opinions on not just film, but what it is we should and shouldn't be watching. This theme of the show was everything's woke. If you guys and gals have any suggestions as far as like overall themes of these kind of shows, or if you've got any videos in particular you want to send my way for this type of stream, please do so. Twitter, I guess, would probably be the best place to do it. But yeah, other than that, like I said, thank you all for joining me. We'll be doing some more of these. I do quite enjoy them. So I'll find some more videos, and I'm sure some of you out here will send some my way that you run into. Reaper sent me some last time that I ended up taking a look at. So yeah, just send them my way, folks, and we'll do some more of these. So with that said, I'm Brand from Bloody Breakdown, and yeah, thanks you all for joining. We'll catch you all next time.